Hello everyone and welcome to part 2 of my updated coloring book collection video series. I have neglected to work on this for a month because I have had some other things that I've had to take care of that had deadlines. So now that most of that is taken care of, I am ready to make the rest of these videos. Anyways, so I finally have enough Coloring Heaven magazines to dedicate just one video to Coloring Heaven. So I will put that out there in case you don't want to see Coloring Heaven stuff. This is just Coloring Heaven. I don't know how long I've been a subscriber for now, but I think at least 3 years. Let's see, this offer May 2019. 4. I think close to 4 years. Or about, I got an email saying, hey, congratulations on being a subscriber for X amount of years. And I can't remember if it was 3 or 4. But anyways, so I'm going to show you all the ones I have and everything that I've colored in them. One of my goals last year was to color in these books more because they had been very sadly untouched and neglected just because I didn't want to ruin them or just, I don't know. But anyways, so I'm going to start out with the collection issues that I have. These ones are ones that don't come with a subscription. You have to buy them separately. I only have 2 of them. So the first one is Chibi by Jash Lee. So of course I had to have it. It's really cute. I love this one a lot. It's just so fun. The characters are so spunky. And it's, you know, Jash Lee. So this one is one that I colored sometime last year. Anything that has a mark on it like this, I colored last year. That's how I remember. So I love how these rock mountain things turned out. I wish I could have done his skin better. He looks like he got a little burned in the sun, and I didn't really do much to his eyes, which is too bad, but so cute. And then this is another one. I don't think I did this one last year. This is the first one I did in this book. It's the Cyclops. Pretty cute. Watercolor pencils, I think is what I just used on it. Oh, that's cute. Okay, so that's Chibi. And then I also have the Inktober 2020 Coloring Challenge issue, which I thought this one was cool just because it has so many different artists, and I may or may not have bought it just for these pictures right here. Some of them are not particularly... Oh, I love these ones too. Which, yeah. Some of them I'm not as drawn to, but that's okay. So this is one that I did. I was so proud of myself when I did this. It was a couple years ago because I made her look like wood because she's a wooden marionette. I know I've done another one in here. This was for Coloring Heaven One Color Challenge. Yeah, there's just a huge variety in here. So if you're not really sure what type of pages you like to color, this one might be a good option. This is another one, the other one that I did. It is blue and it's a beetle, and I probably spent like 15-20 minutes on it. But I just let the visual lines do a lot of the talking, so that one was quick to do. Alright, now on to the subscription issues. The very first one that I have to show you, I think I have them all in order, and just so you know, I don't have the entire... I think this is the first issue that I got, but confession, I sell the ones that I don't like as much. Like if I'm not gonna color most of it, I sell it. So some of the earlier ones I have sold. So I don't have every single issue. This is Steampunk by Hannah Lynn, and this one has exclusive designs from her Steampunk coloring book. So some of these you can get in her Steampunk Girls coloring book, but some of them are exclusive to Coloring Heaven, the ones that are in the back. Really lovely pictures to color. And I finally overcame the hurdle of coloring Steampunk Hannah Lynn. And I did this one last year. I'm gonna pat myself on the back. I was so proud of this one. Yeah, Coloring Heaven did one of their newsletter features on my Coloring Heaven pictures, and this is one of the ones that I had them include in the email at the end. So yeah, I love the skin. She's got these little freckles, and just, yeah, I had a lot of fun working on it. So I feel like once I color in a book, when I get over that hurdle of coloring the first picture, generally it's easier for me to get back into coloring in that book. The next one is Woodland Fairies Special. This one is very highly sought after. I've had people ask me if mine is available for sale, and I'm like, sorry, no, because I want it. This is by Christine Karen. She has a later one now, though, a later issue, so I think that helped a lot of people. But this one is just beautiful. So beautiful. Grayscale, soft grayscale, and then some line art. This is one I did last year. And I really am so happy with how this one turned out. This one I used, I think it was when I first got my Brute Funer pencils and I wanted to test them out. The background is just watercolor, super basic, and then everything else is Brute Funer. I love her hair. I don't know if you can, yeah. I usually don't do that great at hair, so I was very happy with that hair, but yeah, it's just a mix of line art and grayscale. Super pretty. Next is Bohemian Beauties Special by Durian Addict, or aka T. Fallon. These are very pretty. The hair is amazing in this book. It's a combination of a couple of books she has on Amazon. I think I've done one. Yeah, I did this one. Oh, this was a few years ago. The skin, I wish I could go back and redo it, but at the same time, it was a learning process. It's a learning experience. So I had to do this poorly, so the next time I could do it better, I guess. But this was polychromos and watercolor pencil. I think her hair turned out pretty cool. So yeah, very nice hair picture. So if you like hair, you'll like this book because there's a lot of it. Alright, next up is the Halloween Special. And this one has multiple designs. Usually the Halloween one is just various artists. So we have, yeah, some Dia de los Muertos type stuff. And I think I've only done one, or no, I've done a couple in here. This one was when I first got my watercolor pencils, I believe. So it's 2 years ago. And oh, some of these I think are so awesome. I love the ones by Vanessa Yudomoto are my favorite in this book, I think. I did this one by her. This was also early on in watercolor pencils. And I was so proud of like outlining the smoke. I think I got like a Posca knockoff that was thinner. Oh, I love these ones too. Oh, that's so pretty. And then Nikki Burnett, which I know she's popular. These ones are a little wacky. I kind of want to give them a go just to like see where it takes me. Because sometimes the wacky stuff can come out looking really cool. So, yeah. Oh, how am I doing on time? I gotta hurry. Okay, this is Animal Wonderland Special by Kanoko Igusa. These are 40 new and exclusive designs, I think. That's what it says. This one I did last year, I think last January, and I did the pearlescent watercolor pencils, or watercolor paints, so when it's flat, you don't really see anything, and then when you tilt it, it's colorful and magical. So, very cute. So cute. I love her art. Sorry, I've got to hurry because my phone is running out of space. Fantasy Princess Special by Jash Lee. Super pretty. Classic Jash Lee. I mean, some of these are so detailed. They're so intimidating, but oh, they're so cool. His art style is really, like, you know, kind of iconic. I mean, a lot of artists are, but you know what I mean. You can tell a Jash Lee when you see one, I guess. This one is Coloring Fairies by Jenna Prosperina. I know she's a really popular artist. I don't have any of her books besides like what I have in Coloring Heaven. But yeah, she does. Her specialty, I think, is fairies. So yeah. A lot of these won't be colored in. Dragons Special by Ernest Drake. This one, I don't know if I will ever end up coloring anything in here, but the pictures of dragons are pretty cool, and just the information on dragons, like the folklore for it and stuff, the stories of the different dragons, and just the detail is intimidating, I guess. Next is Busy World Special, which has 40 designs from Colin Thompson. I think some of them can be found in his book, and then other ones are not in the Colin Thompson coloring book. Like that one isn't. So it was nice to get this one. My mom is a big fan of his artwork, and so she was excited about this one. Next up is the next Halloween special, which has okay, I can't do the zombie ones, sorry. This one is Yuriko Shusi. So this one kind of has a bit more of a horror element to it. And then we kind of get more into the cutesy Halloween, which is more my cup of tea. Like the Jen Katz. I was so excited to see Jen Katz featured in here because I wanted to buy her books, but shipping hurts. So I've just never have. So anyways, very fun. Nice variety. Next is the Zodiac Special, which I was really excited about. I don't know why, because I don't really follow the Zodiac. I just like seeing all the different renditions of like how people artistically portray the Zodiac signs, I guess. So we have from multiple different artists. Some are realistic, some are cartoony, or just a unique style. Next is the Cutesy Christmas Special, and this has various artists in it as well. Some of them you'll immediately recognize, like Hannah Lynn. This one is by Lerlingus Art. I actually discovered her early on in her coloring illustration endeavors. And yeah, this is one I did last January as well. I think it turned out so cute. It's polychromos pencils and then some watercolor embellishments that are shiny, because who doesn't love shiny? Oh, these ones by Ruth Sanderson are absolutely adorable. Oh, and I do have this one from the year that I got it. This is the Advent. I was gonna color a picture every day, and I just ended up just doing it all in one day. So, yeah. Next is Creatures of the Night by Sarah Richter. I know this one also was highly sought after, very popular, sold out really fast. If I remember correctly, it is very unique artwork. Some of the stuff I don't really understand the mystical stuff, but still very pretty artwork. I think this one is a very interesting picture. So it's a little more witchy than is to my taste, but I think enough of it I would color or is interesting to look at. So yeah. Next up is The Mermaids Special by Anastasia Koldareva. And I was so excited because when she first came out with her Mermaids book, I wanted, but I just shipping again, and just, it was already an expensive book just because it was on nicer paper. And so this one I was excited about because her stuff I think is really not available for purchase, if I remember right, because it sells out. But yeah, mermaids. Love this one. So yeah. I'm going too intimidated to color though. Next is Nouveau Fairy Special by Herb Leonard, So this one is, very Nouveau style art. Fairies. Lots of fairies. Yeah, there was one year where a lot of the issues were fairies. This is Fairy Story Special by Fabiana Attanasio. I was excited to get this one because it kind of combines all of her different books that she has. Because I like her artwork, but I just wasn't coloring in her books very much. So when I got this one, I kind of was like, you know what, I'll give these books away to somebody who will use them, and then I have this. It's kind of a compilation of her stuff. So yeah. Next is Steampunk Special. This is by the powerful artistic duo couple, Matt and Dawn Davidson. So it's steampunk. There's soft grayscale, and it's steampunk. So steampunk, for some reason, is really intimidating for me to color. I think because it has a lot of metal in it. But it's also really cool when you get it done. So yeah, I really need to color a picture of it. Next, we have Fairies in Nature. This is by Jenny Cook, who is she works with Coloring Heaven, so an in-house book produced, I guess. And these are very realistic. So if you're wanting to learn how to color realistic people, this is a good one to do. Oh, sorry. It's almost bedtime. Next is Josh Lee! Colorful Adventure Storybook. This one tells a story, which I love because you don't get a lot of coloring books that do that. And this is the picture that I did last year. I believe I used polychromos for everything. And I'm really proud of myself for choosing this one because I usually don't pick ones that have a lot of leaves. And most of this one is leaves. So that was good that I got that done. So yeah, I'm excited to do more of this book. Next up, Fantasy Figures by Maud Lemoyne. I know I have one colored in here. I did it last year. This one I used, I can't remember what pencils. I can't remember the name, but it was a new set. They're really chunky. I don't really like his skin, but I mean, I guess it makes it look like he's been outside for a long time. So I think the fabric turned out cool. And I'm excited to color more. The soft gray scale's fun to work with because it gives you enough of an idea of how you want to shade stuff. Alright, next up, Unicorns Special. And this has various artists, one of which is White Stack, which I was excited about because I think her art is really unique, but I can't justify the amount that her books cost, even though I like her art style. So this is the one I did last year, and I think I finished it near the end of last year. It's got this shimmery, shiny background, which adds to the unicorn mysticalness. I like the colors. I think they're fun. So yeah, White Stag, and then Selena Fennick. She's, you can't have a unicorn book without Selena Fennick in it, right? And then this artist, Heather Hitchman, which I love her art style. I think it's really pretty. So yeah. Okay, 10 minutes. Halloween special. I don't think I've colored anything in this one. This one has some Enes Guerrero, if I said that right. Some more cutesy Halloween. I'm all for the cutesy and the pretty Halloween like this. I can do. It's the horror stuff that is not my taste. Oh, we have Hannah Lynn. I forgot Hannah Lynn was in this one, even though obviously she's on the cover up there. Okay, Christmas special, which has various designs. Yeah, this one I'm torn on because I love some of the pictures a lot, and other ones I'm so on. Like, I think this artist has some really fun, unique images. And there's really pretty. But like this kind of thing is not really stuff that I color, so. Oh, but I forgot Helena was in there. So, anyways, smorgasbord. Then we have Neko Girls Special by Dina Stone, which I have not colored in, but it's Cat and my girls. Or I guess it's Neko, which is the cat. Never mind. I'm tired. Oh, that one's cute. So, yeah. That one would be fun to do some colorful things with. Gods and Goddesses Special by Josh Lee. This one is like so detailed. Really cool though. Like, yeah, I think this one is really cool. I love that this one has men in it because it's not easy to find coloring books that feature male subject matter. So it's nice to have. So yeah, excited to color in there sometime. Alright, Fairytopia Special by Mystic Art Mirrors. And I don't have the PDF of this one, so I was excited to get this one. Very classic Mystic Art Mirrors style. And I've seen people do some really cool things with these pictures. Okay, Starry Night Special by Huishan Ong. And I can't tell you how excited I was to get this one. I have always wanted her coloring books. For a while I couldn't find them, and then I just forgot. Because when I first started coloring, I had discovered her, but I didn't have the money to justify buying her books at the time. Anyways, this one I did last year. This one's also in the Coloring Heaven email, I believe. And I decided when I started coloring this, I want to do all the like border that she has with Calero Fine Tag. And then her hood that she's wearing is sparkly. This is obviously a Little Red Riding Hood. So yeah, I was really proud of the skin tone on this one. I have another picture that I've colored in here. This one, which was with Root Funer pencils. And I was really impressed with how they work on this paper. They work very well. And this one is so cool. It took forever, but the effect is really awesome when you tilt it. Look at all those stars. Oh, that makes it all worth it right there. It's all the Calero Fine Tech watercolor, pearlescent, and then the border, and then her crown and jewelry and stuff. Anyways, I thought that was really cool. I really like that one. And I love just the bold black and white. Next is Wildwood Witches. I don't normally color witch stuff, but I do really like this one. I don't know, because it's kind of more like the fantasy witches, I guess, that you read about in books, like in fiction. Anyways, so, and I don't know, the art style I'm really drawn to, so I do need to color in them. And then we have another mermaid special, and this one is a collection of artists. So we have various artists in here. Yeah, there's a lot. Different styles of mermaids, so that's kind of fun. Alright, then we have another Ines Guerrero coloring book because her other one was so popular. They did another one with her, and yeah, it's really out there. I think the artwork is pretty. Some of it, like, oh, that's kind of scary to me, but I think it's really pretty art also. So yeah, I will color one of her pictures someday. This reminds me of the Red Witch from Marvel. Let's see. Okay, I'm almost out of time. Fledgling Fairies by Kristen Karen. So this one, we were blessed with another Kristen Karen, and this one is really cute. And then you have some more pretty fairy pictures. So yeah, I'm excited to color that one. Next we have Elements, which it was exciting because I know a lot of people were suggesting that as a theme. So it's really cool to finally have one that has the elements. Some of these are intimidating to me. Not really my style, but that's how you learn, right? Is you color stuff that is out of your comfort zone. And some of these are really pretty. So that's Elements. Next is Winglings Special with designs by Jasmine Bennett Griffith, which I've always wanted one of her books also, but I could again just never justify the price. Because there were other ones that I wanted more. But yeah, so now I have a book with a lot of artwork for us to color. So I just need to get working on it. Okay, next up is Alice in Wonderland by Eva Nikunin, which I haven't ever heard of her, but I love her art style. It's really pretty. Yeah. So it's really cool to see her version of Alice in Wonderland. Next is Bad Girls Halloween Special. I have these later ones I haven't had a chance to really look at too well, just because I have been busy the past several months with personal matters. So yeah, I don't really know how I feel about this one. We'll see. Next is Christmas Gnomes by various artists. Who doesn't love gnomes? Some people don't, obviously, but some of these little guys remind me of the Seven Dwarfs. Some of them are, more cutesy or more like a Fraggle Rock type style. And then Christmassy. And then these cute ones by Mariola Budek. So cute. Next is Fantasy Creatures Special by Selena Fennick, which I don't actually. Oh my goodness! Holy detail. That looks like it should be in Lord of the Rings. Anyways, I don't actually have like an official book of hers. Oh, this is it. From Selena Fennick. Oh, and Chet Minton. Okay, I was like, that's not Selena Fennick right there. So there's a couple different artists. Yeah, there is Selena Fennick. So I'm glad to have at least part of a book that's just hers. So, because there was another, like, there's just so many artists, right? You can't have them all. Next is the manga fantasy special by Sonia Long, and it's really fun style. It's all different types of manga, very pretty, and I like it because there's not like a lot going on in the backgrounds, because sometimes that like anime and manga coloring books will have like these patterns in the background that you're like, I don't want to color a bunch of bows. That just is put there. Anyways, lastly is the Steampunk Animals special, which I think was January or February. I don't know. It doesn't have a month on here anywhere that I could find. But yeah, so it's got various artists that did steampunk animals. So it's kind of fun to have different styles of steampunk in one place. Now, Coloring Heaven has changed this paper just so they can keep the price affordable. So I know some people have complained about it, but to me it's still better than Amazon paper, so I don't really mind. But anyways, that's everything that I have to show for my Coloring Heaven books. Stay tuned for the next part of my coloring book collection and completed pages video. Obviously, I need to really work on my Coloring Heaven coloring books because there's only a set amount colored. Anyways, let me know which of all those Coloring Heaven books is your favorite. I don't know if I can pick a favorite because I like quite a few of them, but anyways, if you haven't already, be sure to like and subscribe, and I hope to see you next time. Happy coloring!